This bill is an indictment on the Māori Party. And in fact, not only is it an indictment on the Māori Party, I suspect it is going to be their epitaph as well. Mr Chair, the Māori Party have focused exclusively their efforts on repealing the foreshore and seabed, and Part 4A of this bill allows that. It allows the repeal of the Foreshore and Seabed Act of 2004. That's the one thing on their list that they can tick off. It's the one thing on their list that they can say they've achieved in the 5 years that they've been in Parliament. But the reality is, Mr Chair, under the Māori Party and the National Party, outcomes for Māori have gone backwards, not forwards. They've focused exclusively on the repeal of the foreshore and seabed to the detriment of the issues that really matter to Māori. They don't have a plan for the Māori economy to move forward. We don't need a Native Affairs survey last night to tell us that Māori, only 34% of Māori actually consider this to be an issue of any significance. The real issues that Māori are interested in are unemployment, the cost of living, the sale of assets, the rise in GST, things that party over there, the Māori Party, have all voted for. The rise in GST. But Mr Chair, I'm saying that the Māori Party have focused solely on 4A of Part 1 here, the repeal of the foreshore and seabed, to the detriment of all the other issues that really mean something to Māori, such as unemployment, such as the rise in the cost of living. Mr Chair, they also say here on the purpose that they want to establish a durable scheme. Look, this isn't going to be durable. They've said already that this is just the start, that every 3 years, come election time, that they're going to be focusing again on this. They're just a bit at a time. Now, that's not durable. This is about entrenching Māori in grievance. This is about making sure that Māori always have something to be upset about, always have something to complain about, so that people will always vote for them because they're the party of grievance. Māori are better than this. We need to rise above this grievance mentality. We need to rise above it, step above grievance, and actually move on and make real changes in our lives, such as addressing unemployment, such as addressing the Māori economy, such as easing the cost of living on our people, Mr Chair. Mr Chair, I heard Hilary Calvert talk about tikanga, and she obviously has a problem with the word tikanga. The trouble is, Māori don't actually have a problem with the word tikanga. We actually understand what it means. And I get annoyed, and I got annoyed during the Select Committee hearings where we had people saying that tikanga can end up meaning anything. Well, it doesn't mean anything if you understand the Māori language, if you understand Māori customs, Māori culture, then there isn't an issue with this word tikanga. It's only an issue for those people who want to exclude themselves from the indigenous culture of New Zealand. They're the ones that have a problem with it. There's the word tikanga is pretty plain and clear to Māori. And if the Coastal Coalition, if the ACT Party members, if anyone has an issue with tikanga, the word tikanga, I suggest to them, enrol at the local night classes, if there are any in your community left, standing, and learn a little bit about Māori culture, Māori language, and Māori tikanga. Mr Chair, on page 15 of the bill, it defines the marine and coastal area. It means the area that is bounded on the landward side by the line of mean high water springs. Now, there are a number of submitters, and what we're talking about there is the wet sand. The wet sand, and that's what the Māori Party cares most about, the wet sand, not about the issues really facing Māoridom, but wet sand. While we in the Labour Party care more about the issues that are really affecting Māori people. As I've said, unemployment, underachievement of Māori kids, health, the longevity of Māori lifestyles. Mr Chair, the marine and coastal area, as I've said, it's defined here, and it's the wet sand that we're talking about. Now, there are a number of submitters who actually hadn't read the bill properly. They came in and they raved about, Mr. Chair,
Colin Davis.
they raved about the marine and coastal area. I remember one submitter in Whangarei telling us that this bill is the reason coastal developments in Northland have basically come to an end, have finished. There's no more building on the coast of Northland. I said, have you read this bill? No, I haven't. Well, where are you going to, where are you in the ocean are you going to build your house? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, mate, if you'd read the bill, you would know that this is about everything, or the wet sand, everything below the high tide mark. Now, like I said earlier in the debate of the preamble, there was the two polar opposite extremes, and there was a number of people from the Coastal Coalition and that ilk who were put up to turning up and just going off and criticising this bill without actually having read it. And I found, even though I opposed the bill, that I actually ended up having to defend the Minister, Chris Finlayson, at times from some of the rabid, ill-informed misinformation that was being put out there by the members of the Coastal Coalition, such as the fact that coastal developments in Northland had ceased because of this. They obviously misunderstood and didn't understand that that's because of the lack of economic plan from the national government, not from the spill. Mr. Chair, the planning document. Now, this also caused a bit of anxiety for a number of people. They were worried about these iwi and hapu planning documents that were going to change the world as these people know it. Well, Mr. Chair, I've got a planning document here from Ngāti Hine. This planning document is all about working together cooperatively with regional councils, with district councils. It's about being working together for the good of everyone. And I'll just read this one part from the document. It says, Te Runanga o Ngāti Hine will promote and enhance partnerships between Ngāti Hine, central government and its agencies and regional and district councils. Now, this isn't about being exclusive or separate Māori development or apartheid. This is about integrating, this is about cooperating, this is about establishing relationships. All they ask is that the relationships of Ngāti Hine need to be cognizant of our status as tangata whenua, kaitiaki and treaty partner. And I ask all those people out there who are so anti-Māori and anti-planning documents and anti-everything else, where is the harm in what Ngāti Hine is asking there? They want to work together with central government, they want to work together with local and regional government, and I believe that that is an honourable and a great thing for them to for them to seek. Mr. Chair, in the definitions of road, now, there's an issue around 90 Mile Beach. 90 Mile Beach is deemed a road from what I understand. So you actually can't drive on 90 Mile Beach at high tide unless you want to drive at about a 45-degree angle for 60 miles of sand dunes. But when the tide is out, all and sundry use that road. Tour buses, people going fishing, just people walking their dogs, everybody uses 90 Mile Beach, and I believe it is deemed a road, and I'm just wondering about the status of 90 Mile Beach. If it wasn't really cleared up in my mind in the select committee, if this 90 Mile Beach is being used as a road, but it's actually part of the coastal common marine area, Mr. Chair. So I have that that sort of issue still wandering around. Also, in terms of warden, now there was also a lot of concern by the Coastal Coalition and their ilk that wardens are going to be there standing guard over areas of the coast. Now, Mr. Chair, it doesn't say Māori wardens. Now, Māori wardens are these normally elderly people in their 70s and that who stand at the gates of marae and direct people with their cars into car parking areas. And I don't actually think that in this the word warden actually means warden under as it is under the Māori Community Development Act. However, it's a big stretch for the Coastal Coalition and those people to try to make a case that at the dunes of every beach there's going to be some night, Mr. Chair.
We'll have the Honourable